What's going on, everybody? It is another night or time, whatever you're listening to, for Variant Podcast. I'm your host, Pedro. I'm with, again, as always, my boy Aiden. Aiden, how are you, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing
Good to
good.
be back.
Yeah, man, it's been chilling. So we got some big news coming up on just a lot of things, but I guess the biggest one to start off with would probably be Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, so it was released earlier today, maybe afternoonish. So today is Friday. So it was released earlier today that Wonder Woman is no longer going to be a film coming out October 2nd. It is actually now slated for December 25th release day, aka Christmas Day. And so, yeah, Aiden, thoughts?
I think it's a bad move on Warner Brothers' part. Like, I understand why they did it.
Why is it a bad move?
Because Dune comes out a week before.
Okay.
And Dune has a very good chance of being a huge blockbuster movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's in that spot right around Christmas week where like all the big movies come out and people go see movies around Christmas time because people are visiting in town and families go see movies and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So Dune is perfectly in that position. And I think it's going to completely overshadow Wonder Woman 84 when it comes out the week after Dune.
So Warner Brothers decided to make this move from October 2nd to December 25th for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons was that they saw the recent release of Tenet that just came out in the end of Labor Day and during the Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. And
they saw that the film did not make as much money as they thought it would. Obviously, makes complete sense that nobody's going to theaters. The $200 million film by Christopher Nolan made only $20 million in the United States over Labor Day weekend, which is not anything people expected it to be. So that makes sense. The theaters aren't fully out yet. The bigger markets aren't open yet. New York isn't open, LA isn't open, and so these kind of films, although made for the big screen, they are not being fully given the chance to shine. Yeah. And so it's a good move, and that to me it's a good move because Dune, whatever you think Dune's going to be, I know you're all very excited about Dune, but it's Wonder Woman 1984. Everyone's been waiting for this film since
June.
Since March, man.
Yeah.
And so, right. It's not going to compete with Dune because it's going to be too.
You're right. There's going to be no competition. Dune's going to rush over.
I don't think so. I think Dune won't be as a big hit because people are not going to go to the theater. Like right now, I'm not going to go to a theater to see a film I don't know anything about, but I will go to the theater to see Wonder Woman. And I'm pretty sure there's other people like that out there in the world that are probably going to say, you know what? I want to watch a film that I want to see, but I'm not going to go test the waters in a film that I don't know. And so, Dune might be good. I know you're talking about it a lot. Poe from Star Wars is in it, so I'll probably watch it. But it's interesting. Obviously, we got Black Widow coming out on November 6th. And so that's another big film coming out soon. It's been a long time coming for Wonder Woman, though. We've been waiting for this film for a while, like I've said. There's no chance, it gets released kind of like a Disney Plus thing, for HBO. There's no chance it's going to happen. It's a film made for, like I've mentioned this over and over again, it's a film made for theaters, so they're not going to do anything like put it out on video on demand.
Especially when it's like a $200 million movie, like you said.
I don't know if it's a $100 million movie. Tenet was $200 million.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. But so I think Wonder Woman was $150 million or $200 million.
Right.
It's a big, huge number.
I can't say anything. I don't know the number, but it might be a bad move. But at the same time, we don't know. The thing that we know that at this point is that there's nothing they can do. There's nothing Warner Brothers can do. They put all these listen, if I'm Warner Brothers in 2019, I'm looking forward to 2020. You got Wonder Woman 84 coming out. You got Tenet coming out. You got Dune coming out. That's just like that right there is going to make all the money for you the entire next 4 or 5 years, right? COVID hits, theaters are shut down. There's nothing you can do about it. So now they're going to have to put a gamble. They gambled with Tenet. I don't think the problem with Tenet was that the film was bad. I kind of want to go see it.
It was an amazing movie.
I think the problem with Tenet was that it came out the week after, like the week that movie theaters were allowed to open up, and people were not ready to go to theaters yet. Some people might not be ready to go to theaters yet, and so they're going to lose out on a lot of eyeballs because of that. And I guarantee that Tenet, once it comes out in DVD, is going to be one of the like a big seller, and people are going to love the film. I have no doubt. Like I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good film. But right now, people just don't want to go to theaters. They want to be safe. And there are some people out there like you that will go see the movie. You went to see 2 different movies the last couple of days.
I did.
And so people like you're going to go see it, and that's fine. That's where the $20 million comes in. But besides that, I don't think you're going to have the regular families go see these films. They're going to wait. And that's a big reason why like Trolls World Tour and all these other films are making a lot of money on video on demand, like Mulan. Because families are going to watch it and they're going to pay the money to watch the film. Families are not going to pay the money. Like if I had a family of like 5, I'm not going to take them to the theater.
They're expensive.
I'm not taking, well, not even the expensive part. Yeah. I'm not taking a bunch of kids to the theater because kids touch everything. There's no way you can. There's no way that you can, guarantee that these kids are not going to touch something and maybe even get something. And so, if I had a family of 5, I'm not going to theaters. I would, however, pay the $30 to watch Mulan. So then that way Mulan gets the money, and then Wonder Woman wouldn't get the money. Does that mean that Wonder Woman's not a good film? No. It just means it is in theaters, and I'm not going to go to theaters.
Risk it. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not. I'm sure if you look at the numbers, Tenet got less money than Mulan during Labor Day, but it's not the reason. It's not because it's a bad film. It's because
far from it.
Exactly. It's because families are going to be safe, stay home with their kids, or people are going to stay home. They rather go watch Mulan and pay the $30, which is absurd, then go to the theaters and pay the $5, $6, $10 they got to do to see there, but have the possibility of getting sick, and they want to feel safe. And I get that. And so a film is not going to make a lot of money this year. So for that movie for Tenet to make $20 million, to me is a win. Even though obviously
it's good. Like
that's not good, dude. $20 million.
I mean,
$100 million film.
Considering the situation we're in right now,
right? That's what I'm
getting.
People are
not really going out. 20 million. It's good. They're going to lose money from this movie for sure.
I don't think so.
Unless overseas,
they're making money overseas.
Yeah, I believe it's at 100 million.
100
right now.
150 million overseas.
Good.
Because people away from the U.S. are actually getting better. So no surprise there. And so the bigger markets around the world are doing good. So in China they're doing well. In other parts of Europe, Tenet's doing very well. So they're not going to lose money in this film. They're just not going to get the money from the U.S. that they projected to make it in 2019.
Yeah.
If people thought that they were going to get over $1 million, I don't think that's going to happen anymore. There's no chance. Maybe 100 million.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle.
Yeah. So it makes sense that Wonder Woman decided to it makes sense that Warner Brothers decided to move Wonder Woman from October to December, because by December these theaters are going to be open. New York, LA, the bigger theaters are going to be open. People are going to be feel safer to go to theaters because they're going to start seeing people go, and they're going to realize, oh wait, I am not going to die if I go to the theater and practice social distance and wear my mask and I don't touch everything that I see. I'm not going to die. And so they're going to want to go to the films. And in December, like you mentioned, usually December 25th gets a lot of people watching movies anyways because of Christmas and the Jewish people decide to go to theaters. It's like a thing. I've seen it happen in Boca, like the lines across the world. It's great.
Yeah.
And so people are going to go see this movie anyways. Might as well watch it on the Christmas day.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with them pushing it back. I just feel like maybe December 25th wasn't the best time. Maybe they could have done November, like around Thanksgiving.
Nah, but they need the time. They need the time to prove to people that theaters are fine. If anything, this might make Dune move its date. If I'm Warner Brothers, I'm moving Dune, and I'm not moving Wonder Woman. I'd rather put Dune in 2021 than put Wonder Woman. And there's been rumors by Variety that Dune might be pushed to 2021 because of exactly what you're talking about competing with Wonder Woman.
I would cry.
Nah, dude, it doesn't matter. It's still gonna come out. I rather see
know.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I've been so excited for Dune because it's from the guy who did Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Which is like my favorite movie of all time. So when I heard this was coming out and they had all these like huge names in it, I was like, Dune, Dune, Dune. And I've been ready, and I would be sad if it was pushed back, but I understand.
Yeah, it's not if, it's when. It's going to be pushed back to 2021. There's no way Warner Brothers is going to not go with the moneymaker and take a chance with Dune. Dune is probably going to make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not going to, they're not going to compete with two films of their own, two of their own films. And if you're sitting there at Warner Brothers Studios and say, hey, which film should we drop? A film that is not, a film that hasn't been tested yet, or a film that it's a sequel that people are already waiting for.
Yeah.
It made over $400 million when the Wonder Woman won in North America alone.
That's pretty good.
And Warner Brothers does have the history, quote unquote, of the last DC movie that they released, Aquaman, was released during Christmas, around the Christmas time as well. Did over $1 billion.
I believe it was one of their highest grossing
superhero films. Yeah. No, it wasn't. I think it was.
I thought it was for DC at least.
Nah, Batman vs Superman, dude.
That's true.
Batman vs Superman. But this film was probably it was around Christmas time. That's why, and so it got over $1 billion. So they already have kind of like, hey, we have a film that came out in December, did very well. Let's just do it again.
Yeah,
makes sense to me.
The way you put it makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Other news coming out this week. Mandalorian set photos came out, and I'm excited.
Oh, it looks good.
For the Mandalorian. I just watched it again last 2 weeks, and man, what a good show! What a good show.
It's one of the best.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but it's such a good show. Love it. My boy Baby Yoda right here in the back chilling, like he likes it too. It's a great show. I'm excited. I like the fact that they haven't released any photos of Ahsoka, because I don't want to have, people. I don't want to have that taken away from me.
Yeah.
No, when Baby Yoda was shown, it was on the day it came out. Nobody knew he was coming out beforehand, and that was a shock factor. It's probably the last shock factor we've had in a long time, because Palpatine, we knew he was coming back because of the promos. All these things we already knew was going to happen, and so it's nice to have something that we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what she's going to look like, so we can't really start judging it beforehand. It's going to be like right there, bam. This is Ahsoka. Get on board or don't get on board, but you're not going to make it. You're not going to like do like the cancel stuff and go, oh, she looks ugly, let's not watch the show anymore. No, it's not happening. She's gonna come out and you're gonna love it, guaranteed.
Yeah. And I think another big reveal in that, which you didn't mention, which disappointed me, was the dark saber at the end of season 1.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I'm not talking about.
That's huge.
Yeah, but I'm not talking.
That's huge Mandalorian lore.
Yeah,
and
Well,
that only from the animated series, and now it's brought into the live action. That's like,
the Duchess's sister is going to be on there as well. I keep forgetting.
yeah, yeah,
Bo-Katan, right?
Bo-Katan or something.
Yeah, she's going to be on it,
and that's gonna be awesome.
and so it's going to be interesting to see how she lost the Darksaber.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how she loses it, because by the end of Rebel, she had it, and then like next thing I know is Giancarlo Esposito's Moff Gideon is holding it up, and so I'm like, oh, what the crap? But I'm excited. It's just such a good show.
Yeah, I loved watching. I watched some of the behind the scenes of it. Did you watch those on Disney Plus?
No, I haven't been able to see it.
Oh, it was so cool. Like for some scenes, they were filming like desert landscapes or whatever, and they just had massive like wall to ceiling screens instead of green screens. And it just looked so realistic, like they were actually there.
That's cool.
It was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
we have new pictures, and then season 2 will premiere October 30th, 2020.
Yep.
I cannot wait. I know they're gonna do it a new episode every week, but I kind of wish they'd just put it all out there at once so I can binge it.
Nah, dude, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty.
But I need it all at once.
Nah, I don't know
The
about
show's
that.
so good. I can't go a week without it.
You can.
You know? No.
You can.
I need it injected right into my bloodstream, like IVs with the Mandalorian script.
You can do it. You can. I believe in you.
I know. I love that show.
I believe in you.
Almost as good as Rogue One.
Almost as good as Rogue One. I mean, that's saying something.
Oh yeah, it's very hard to be as good as Rogue One.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on.